Hello, everyone, and thank you for watching and tuning in to Comma Speaks. And today, I am speaking with Vince again. Last time we had some technical difficulties, so I had to bring him back because we are in a holiday season. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and in a couple of weeks, people have all kinds of holiday parties. I know about 3 or 4 of them I'm going to. So we need to talk about fitness, health, and how this is going to be a lifestyle change rather than anything. So I want to I'm sorry, welcome to my show. Vince, thank you so much for being back.
Well, thank you for having me. As always, it's always great to be on the airwaves and to bless somebody with the knowledge and that I have, and hopefully someone give them something they can take with them going forward and apply.
All right. Well, we're going to get right into this. Some of the questions I may ask again because I couldn't hear you well, and I want the audience to make sure that they hear this. So I want you to tell people again who you are and what you do.
Okay, well, I am a health and fitness professional. Since graduating in 2009, got my associate's degree in exercise science. So I'm also a natural bodybuilder. I've been doing that since 2010. Currently, I'm training for American Ninja Warrior. I am a father. I am a Christian man, and I am a person that believes in hard work, paying off, and paying it forward, uh, helping people. I'm a helper by nature, so this is something I love to do, something I have a passion for, and something I live personally, and so it's something I'm able to share with other people and show them a lifestyle.
Where did this start from? At what point in your life did you realize that you wanted to get into fitness? Because, like I've told you, that's like one of the hardest things to do. Today I did work out finally. I made myself. But what made you get into this? Thank you. You got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, you got to start flexing. You got to flex your muscles.
Yes, yes, yes. So at what point and where did you start getting into fitness?
Fitness for me was it was transitions throughout life. It was stages. As a teenager, I just worked out. Someone showed me how to lift weights, and I started lifting weights just because it was something to do. And then I started noticing that girls like muscles, so that was my first drive. I was like, girls like muscles, okay, let me work out. So I worked out for that reason. And then in my early 20s, I started to work out just because I was an over-the-road truck driver, and I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to, I didn't want to look like one of them truckers that people always talk about driving with the steering wheel with their stomachs and all that other stuff. I just wanted to be healthy. And then I always enjoyed working out, and people always gravitated to me in the gym for whatever reason. Before that, obviously, I didn't know it was my purpose and it wasn't my alignment. But at that time, I just worked out just because I wanted to be healthy. So I tried to eat healthier things. I tried to read books and magazines and just try to do my homework and study about health and healthy foods to make and different things that I could make while I was on the road. And then I was at home on my time off, and I was thinking about finding a different, actually just a different job, still doing the same thing, but I wanted to be home more because my kids was getting a little bit older. I had 2 kids, and they were starting to grow up and get a little old, so they needed me around, and I wanted to be around. So I decided to start looking for local jobs, and while I was doing that, I heard a commercial about a college called Bryan College, and they was talking about fitness training. I'm like, oh, well, I love to work out anyway, so I went to orientation. Tried orientation. I liked it. I liked the teachers, and I took it from there, and it just grew and became the person I am.
Oh, so you actually went to school for this. I've never heard of anyone. I know someone that went through a training that he did online, but I didn't know they had courses for that. So, well, congratulations for getting through that. So what are some things that you're doing to train, and how often are you training?
Right now, for me, I'm doing some exotic stuff. I'm doing some wild, crazy things. I post a couple things on my YouTube and some of the exercises I'm doing currently. And I do like 1 minute challenges, send out on my YouTube feed, and a couple different exercises that I'm doing. I'm training for American Ninja Warrior, which is a show that's on regular syndicated TV, and it's their 7th year. I tried out for it last year, but I didn't make the qualifier. So I'm trying again this year, but it's an obstacle course, and it's bananas. It's some of the craziest things that you have to do. It's something I've never really tried to train for, but one of my friends wanted to do it a couple of years back, and he's like, can you help me? Can you help me train for it? And I said, yeah, I can help you. I just got to see what it is, what it looks like as a show. And then I started watching it, and I'm a Type A personality, and I saw like, oh my God, the crazy challenges, and that drove me. And then I found out that no one ever won in America yet, so okay, great, that's another challenge. And then when I found out that you can win $500,000, I'm like, oh, I'm in.
Yes.
So we're not fucking up. So, I've been training for that for the last year or so, and it's a totally different workout. So it's really fun and it's exciting. And it's a new challenge for me. I like to give myself challenges and goals. Just like I tell my clients, it don't have to be anything like American Ninja Warrior or being a bodybuilder or a figure model. Just find a goal, something that's realistic, something that you care about, and also something that something you care about, and something that you're gonna be able to stick to, and that your family and friends are gonna support you in, because that's a big part in why people don't succeed, because they don't have the support in their inner circle. That I'd say like the top 3 to 5 people that you talk to daily or every other day or weekly, people that you gravitate to for advice, for just conversation, they need to be they need to have some sort of support for you. If they're not, and you're not really into it yourself, it's extremely hard for you to succeed in this journey. So that's a big component, the dedication and the support.
Well, how do you actually get started for somebody like me? I told you Monday I'm going to work out, and I didn't. And then Tuesday I was going to work out. I didn't. And today I said, you know what? I was in front of my computer. I just said, I'm going to work out right now. I didn't think about it. I didn't want to think about it. I just got up. I turned on my YouTube videos that I work out to. I have them all in a row. And I just got up and start working out. But some people are like, I'm going to start after the holidays. I'm going to start Monday. But how do you even start? Like, what is some tips that you can give for those that's like, okay, I want to start, but I don't know where to start?
There's a few steps to that. First and foremost, if someone's offered to mentor you, and they say, text me after your workout, that kind of puts the pressure on you to work out, but some people don't fall for that pressure right away. I'm not saying any names, but no, in all seriousness though, in all seriousness though, yes, you do have to have a support system, or like I said last time, it takes a wise man. I'm just saying man, not in male or female, but just it takes a wise man to know that they need help. It takes a better man to even go out and ask somebody or look for help, and or do the research and do your homework. And then it takes a greater man, or extravagant man, a man or a person that really to promote success and change, to actually seek that help and then also adhere to it. That's where a lot of people, they fall short. They might get a trainer, and the trainer will subscribe a workout for them and a nutritional plan. And I always recommend for my clients to log their foods, and I have an account that I have them log in so they can so I can see it without them having to send me food logs every day. I can just go to their account in my group, and I could see what they ate throughout the day. Not necessarily for me as much as for yourself, because people don't know how much they eat, whether it's good or bad, high or low. But also the fact that a person doesn't know, they don't know what, how much everything is, as far as calories, as far as your macronutrients, your fats, your carbs, your proteins. Building building it goes to what I'm saying, building the system, something systematic, something that's simple and easy to follow, but effective at the same time, because you can find easy stuff and it's not effective. Seeking advice, and the main thing is you, though, the mentality, taking your mental challenge for yourself. The mind moves the body. If your mind says no, absolutely not, I'm not going to do it, and you keep on building that barrier and you keep on building them excuses, because we're all full of great excuses. We have some excellent excuses. I always say excellent excuses.
Yes.
But getting past your excuses, breaking your self-made barriers, and pushing forward and just taking that first step, depending on where you are, even if it's just going for a walk, even if it's popping the video. I mean, like you said, don't give yourself time to tell yourself no. Like, no, I'm gonna do workout. Start.
Yes.
Even if it's 10 minutes, it doesn't matter. Even if it's 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes more than what you was gonna do. It doesn't matter what time of year. It doesn't matter. Sometimes people get started and then they have a setback in the beginning. They might get sick, or they might not feel well. They might be tired. That first week, 2 weeks, your body is going through a lot of changes. So you're really sore and your muscles become fatigued. I tell them, go anyway. Even if you do 10, 15, 20 minutes, because typically a 1 hour a training session is 45 minutes to an hour. Even if you did 15, 20 minutes, there's 15, 20 minutes that you said to yourself already, I can't do, and you did it. So that's 15 minutes that you wasn't going to do at all. And also, it just starts the cycle, it starts the rolling effect, and it starts to get you mentally prepared, like, I can do it. And I still, to this day, have not had a client tell me that, man, I can't believe I wasted 30 minutes in the gym. I didn't working out. What was I thinking? I knew I was tired, I didn't want to go, and I went anyway. Now it was a waste of time. I've never heard that. So it starts in your mind, definitely.
What type of nutritional plans do you have, or some suggestions you can give for someone that may not be on your program, but they don't know exactly what to eat and what not to eat?
The ground-based things, a few things I'd say that I tell my clients, I tell people, I send out, eat from the earth. The stuff that's made naturally, organically. Doesn't have to be certified organic, everything, but if it's chicken, try to find chicken with no GMO, no human growth hormones. Try to find fruits and vegetables that are grown, minimal pesticides. Just eating from the earth. You can eat like potatoes, you can eat beans, but it's in moderation, and it's how you structure your meals. But if you just start eating healthy first and foremost, you will start to notice a difference. And if you watch your portion control, them are the two things I always recommend. And I tell people, take the white out your diet. Minimizing, not only taking everything out, but minimizing, because obviously like milk is white, but like minimizing your milk, minimizing yogurt, minimizing your yogurts, taking out the mayonnaise, taking out the Thousand Islands and the ranch dressings, even the light stuff. Yes, even the light stuff. No, they put that stuff on there. If it says low sodium, if it says low this or low that, it's probably a little higher than other things. Basically, my theory is if it's in the can, if it's in the box, it's saturated with something, salt or fat, sugar, something. So just eat stuff that comes natural in its natural form. The more natural to the form, the more your body, because your body is natural. Your body's not a process. It's not mechanical. It's not an organism. I mean, it's not a box or a jar. It is a natural piece of equipment. It's a natural organism that works. you need to do the same thing with your foods.
You know, the other day I had bought some chicken legs, and those things were so big. I mean, it was like literally like this big, the top of the drumstick, and I was like, what in the world? I will never buy this brand again, because I'm like, what did they pump this thing up with? So we got to be careful too with the type of meat we eat. And I love chicken. I love chicken. It's good. I love chicken, but I just thought that was just way too much. And I bought it because they were on sale. The guy was like, "Oh, get the ones for 99 cents a pound," and I'm like, "Okay." And when I got it, I was like, "No wonder they're 99 cents a pound. You guys probably just stuffed this with steroids. I don't know what they put in them, but it was just like way too much." Now, what are your thoughts on these different types of cleanser that we have? They have that Beyonce lemon diet. They have a cabbage diet. They have a 3-day diet cleansing, you know, with like tuna and different things. What is your take on cleansing? And is there a way we can naturally cleanse without taking stuff we don't like, you know, trying to get that, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in 2 days by drinking this lemonade and what is it? Cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um, I do support cleansing. It's detoxifying your body in the beginning. Not everybody is able to do that. So obviously, you know, you need to know your medical history first and foremost when it comes to this stuff, because it can really mess you up. You know, when they people talk about doing this and doing that, they don't mention the fact that knowing what's going on with your body, because there's a lot of different chronic diseases that people have nowadays, and a lot of different allergies and reactions that people have to certain things. So totally shocking on your body. I would definitely say know your body first and foremost, and you know, talk to your physicians to see if it's something, you know, what they recommend or what their thoughts are at least. And but if you're doing one, I say don't do it for more than 2 3 days. But even then, try to keep it natural. Like, you know, like you was talking about doing a lot of greenery. Like I recommend some not as harsh as some of the other things, like lemon, just drinking lemon water and that's it. Um, you know, doing mixing up like a lot of fruits and vegetables, make it do like a 3 day smoothie detox. Mixing in some flax seeds, mixing in some chia seeds, which are they're like flax seeds, but they have fiber. They have the healthy omega fats. They also have some little bit source of protein. Mixing, doing things like that, eating nuts and legumes, just eating raw foods, just all raw foods. Doing that for a couple of days, and you'll find your movements better. You'll find your body starts to change just off of that, and your calories are going to be obviously. But then you need to start game planning ahead for what type of nutritional plan you want, because the fad diets are exactly that. They are fad diets. They're not built to sustain over time. And over time, if you try to keep doing it, your body's going to react in a negative manner. So building a lifestyle meal plans. One that I recommend, because it's basically eating from the earth, is like the paleo diet. But if you give it a professional and you think on your goals, if you have specific goals, um, you know, find somebody that has a nutritional or dietitian background that studies nutrition at least, and you know, they can design foods that can help you to achieve the maximal results, because the results, you know, can be based off of a different things. If you're an athlete or if you're training for a marathon, you need to eat different as a person that's just trying to cut weight and lose, you know, just look slim, or a person is trying to build muscle. Everything is based around what your goals are.
Well, for those that are watching that are looking also, once they get that nutrition going and they can't go maybe to a trainer or they can't afford to go to the gym, can you give us some tips on some things we can do at home? And before you do that, I have a question, because I was told that sit-ups really don't work, and it's not that I haven't done them, but I'm sure they do work. It's just the proper way of doing them. So are there some sit-ups that people can do to actually flatten their stomach? And is it possible for someone to where, is it impossible for some people to get a flat stomach, or is that just, I don't know, a tale? I hear a lot of people say, oh, you can't get a flat stomach once you have a baby, or if your body's not proportioned a certain way, you can't go back to that flat stomach. You're always going to have this little pouch. What are your tips on those? I hope that wasn't too much in one question.
No, taking it in. I mean, that's a great question, and it's a question that people ask me and people ask themselves. And it's funny, some of the people that give advice, like I always ask when people say someone tells them this or someone advises them about this, like where do they get their science from? Where do they get their knowledge from? What they basing this off of. Um, if as long as the muscles are attached and your body is functional to do so, flattening your stomach is definitely achievable. Nowadays, even with C-sections, they used to do it with the split going north-south. Now they got it going like the bikini one. They that way, obviously, so they don't see the scar for one, but they also do it so that you don't have to worry about person, the doctor cutting your muscle. So all the muscles, abdominals are still attached. So as long as you adhere to a nutritional meal plan, as long as you exercise, be a resistance and cardiovascular, you can lower, flatten your stomach again. It's the only thing that makes it impossible is you and your mental health. Now, sit-ups, crunches, sit-ups, they help, but they're probably the third thing on the list when it comes to having a six-pack or just a flat stomach. First and foremost, it starts in the kitchen. We are what we eat, and it's just true. So eating proper is step one. Doing cardiovascular training is step two, because it's not about the muscles all the way, but it's also about reducing the body fat. You can do crunches too. You can do crunches. You do 1,000 crunches every day. True story. When I was driving trucks, because when I was a teenager, I was like, I was working out. I had a six-pack, and I was like, oh yeah, I got a six-pack. Then as I started having kids, and I blame my kid's mom, she gave me some of the baby weight, and I started driving. I still feel the muscles, but I couldn't necessarily see it. Not like it was barely there. The muscles was there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing crunches. I'm gonna do crunches. I was doing all sorts of different crunches, and I was doing this and doing that. But when I went to school and started studying for this, and I started understanding bodies, how the body works, anatomy, nutrition, digestion, it helped me to understand what you need to do, the components behind it. And then I started increasing my cardio. I started increasing the intensity of my cardio. Because some people that like to walk, like to go for walk and lunch breaks, they like to go for walks after work, or they like to go to the park and walk. That is fine and dandy. That's great for activity. But if your intensity is not high enough to change the demands that are placed on your body will not adapt. Like, it's the law of adaptation. Your body will adapt to the demands placed on it. If you don't place a high demand on your body will not change. If you place a high demand on your body, you'll start to see different results. So challenging yourself cardiovascularly, that's going to take the fat, reduce the fat, especially around the midsection, because that's the hardest part to lose. And after that, finally doing some abdominal strength training, mixing that in with it, doing some planks. You could do crunches. I like crunches better than sit-ups because it doesn't put strain on your lower back.
Well, what's the difference between a crunch and a sit-up?
Well, a crunch is your lower back stays flat to the floor, or if you're doing it on a stability ball, your lower back stays on the stability ball, and you're just raising your shoulder blades. As opposed to a sit-up. A sit-up, you're raising your whole back up off the ground.
I don't know.
Some people aren't strong enough to do that.
Me, I'm not strong at all to do that.
Crunches will isolate and work your abdominals more than just the sit-up itself, and it's safer as far as like you said, protecting your lower back and your spine, keeping everything in alignment.
Okay. I'm watching my son. I'm sorry. He's getting my attention trying to show me what the difference is. Because he works out. He plays football. So he's showing me. He's like, this is what it is.
That's we got our own demo type.
Yes, yes. And this is going to be my last question for you before we wrap up. Like everybody, all of a sudden, everybody wants to get a booty. And I'm not understanding what happened because first it was wrong because, you know, we as black women that may have something, people look bad upon us like it was a bad thing. Now everybody's getting implants, they're doing squats, they're doing all kind of stuff and saying that this will work. And my mom and I were actually talking about this the other day, and we're like, no matter how hard people try, it's not like it's gonna grow. But what are your thoughts, your opinions, or what have you seen? The squats really work and all this stuff that people are doing? Because I've seen videos of women that's like, oh yeah, you can do this, and I'm like, well, where did you start from? Because I still don't see anything, so I don't know what you're doing.
Right.
How true is that you can do some squats every day, 1,000 squats, and then all of a sudden your butt's just gonna pop out? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I look at some of the posts on Instagram or Facebook and some of the things people say, and I watched the Brazilian butt video. And, it's funny. Like, okay, you're not going to go from you're not going to go from having a butt like Paris Hilton to having one like Serena Williams.
Okay.
That's typically not a feasible thing.
Mm-hmm.
And can you build your butt and develop it and give a nice the undercut, the curve, and
Mm-hmm.
round it up and make it a little more plump? Yes, you can. Squats, like you said, are excellent for that, providing you do the squat right. Now that's important.
Yes.
A lot of people, they just squat down when you need to start. You need to have the weight and the structure and the force coming through your hips, not through your knees.
Mm-hmm.
So sitting back like you're about to sit on the toilet is the way to perform a proper squat. But squats, lunges, leg back extensions, they do work, like I said. But one of the things you want to focus on, because there's three muscles to the three muscle types to the butt. You got your gluteus maximus, of course, which everyone talks about. But that's the one that you don't want to put the most emphasis on, unless you want to have a rock hard butt like me or something. Then that's your choice. But most guys don't want a rock hard butt. But then you got the medius, which is the muscle right underneath the skin, underneath the first layer. Then you have the minimus, which is the smaller muscle more along the side, lateral head of your body. You want to focus on the medius more. And you do that with like you said with squats. You do all of them with squats, but do like a sumo squat where your feet are pointing out like a 45-degree angle. You also want to do kickbacks, like when you do the leg extensions, angling your foot out at 45 degree, and really squeezing and contracting your muscle. If you're not contracting the muscle, you're not activating the muscle's not going to develop. But that helps you give a rounder bottom without putting the hardness on the outer shell of it. Now again, you're not going to develop your booty and have it go 4 or 5 sizes, with just exercise and nutrition alone, unless you put on a lot of weight, which I don't recommend. But you can develop it with them exercises.
Do you offer on your videos? Do you show how to do a squat, how to do a lunge? I don't. There's things that I just don't know how to do. I think I'm doing it right, and then people say if you feel it and it hurts, then you're doing it right. Do you have those quick 30-second or minute videos where you can say do it this way or do it that way?
Yeah, I'm putting together workout DVDs now. I'm having DVDs, workout videos, and they're 10-minute workout videos, and they show an array of different exercises. But before I talk about the exercise, and I'm gonna have some other people behind me doing the exercises, and I'm gonna walk around and critique them because I'm a big proponent on form and muscle activation, which sometimes in the videos they don't hammer down or they don't use it, and I believe that you're doing an injustice to somebody, especially if you call yourself a fitness professional, by not showing them the proper way to do things, because there's so many imbalances in the world and people. There's so many injuries happening due to not using the proper alignments and forms. So I do show and talk about the form, and I talk about how you should feel it, because it's not about weightlifting, it's about muscle activation.
Mhm.
So the weight isn't a primary source, unless you're like a power lifter. But for the purpose of what we're talking about, it's not all about the weight, but it's about building your body up, activating, recruiting the right muscles to actually work. So I do emphasize form.
Okay. All right, and for those that are watching, you'll be able to click to subscribe to his page as well. That link will be coming up shortly, so look out for it. Now, you have your Monday blog talk. So before I let you go, I want you to give us some information about the blog talk, also how people can follow you, and if you have anything you want to leave with the guest, any motivation or anything. And then also let's talk about, even though I know some people are going to see this after Black Friday, but for those that may see it between now and then and Friday, I want you to talk about your Black Friday special as well.
Okay, so first and foremost, my blog talk is every other Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, and it's about different avenues of health and wellness overall. Just overall about health, and I have different topics. This week's topic is kind of what we hit on in the beginning. I'm gonna talk, have people call in and they can tell me how their Thanksgiving was, and what they did, but also going to talk about mentally preparing yourself. How do you mentally prepare yourself for now? Because you don't want to wait till New Year's. You want to
Mhm.
do it now. Like I said before, the average American's putting on about 7 to 10 pounds in these next couple of months. So that's more weight you have to carry. That's more fatigue. It's more discouragement that you have. So you want to start day now, mentally preparing yourself, and then physically just getting started doing something. So that's what this show is talking about, and that's on blogtalkradio.com/fitness major. My Black Friday special is I'm giving a discount on my one-on-one sessions for those that are local on my 10 session packages, 10 1-hour sessions. That comes with a meal plan, it comes with a workout program, and also one-on-one training with me. But I also do online training. I'm taking off of my online training program $50 off of the regular price, which is normally $350, so it's $300. And then also for the combination price, the combination is normally $6. I'm taking $100 off, so it's going to be $500. And it's a 6-week program that you follow, and it comes with a meal plan and or workout plan, whichever you desire, or if you do the combination. Plus, you get a half-hour weekly consultations with me, going over the program, how to adjust, how to adapt, some encouragement, whatever you need, whatever questions you may have going forward.
All
Um,
right.
a couple things I got going this at the end of the year, besides the radio show. Like I said, my blog talk radio. I'm doing my workouts there. The 10 minutes, they're free. You just, you can do it with low to no weights, mostly calisthenic based. You don't need a lot of space. You just need you. It's like I said, gonna be about 10-minute workouts, and that's on YouTube at Fitness Major 09. Also, my Facebook's my fan page, Fitness Major. Blog Talk Fitness Major is my Blog Talk Radio fan page. You can follow me on Twitter at Fitness Major. Also, I'm going to be in the Nutcracker coming up at the end of December.
Oh, wow.
I'm being the Arabian Prince. So I gotta pick a pretty young lady up, and I gotta pick her up a couple times, and I gotta carry her off the stage, and I guess I'm pretty good at dancing. I don't think so, but they thought so. So now I'm doing some dancing things with her. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. So We're doing that on the 22nd to the 24th out here in Sacramento. Tickets are available at girlselfesteemprogram.com. So, and I got a book coming out, and I'm working on a book on the first book is going to be about um, athletes and injuries post and post rehab.
Okay. All right. Wow. You are doing a lot, which is great. I love my show because I get to hear all these great things that people are doing. And what I love about my show is that I don't care what you do, whatever it is that you do, it's your passion, it's your purpose, and you're able to help other people. So to be able to talk to different walks of life is great because I haven't had a fitness trainer on at all. So I think this is absolutely great. And for those that are watching, keep following him. It's time for change. I told my daughter today, I was like, you got to help me get it together. She was like, okay, Mom, you always say that. She told me some things I need to do. She said, you need to start by eating, because I don't eat a lot. To be honest with you, I don't. She was like, you don't eat a lot, and I don't. If I'm at home, I'm working, I'm doing things, I really don't think about food. I may grab a sandwich or something like that, but I know that I need a little more, so we'll be talking about that later. But this is definitely great, and I also have some things coming up as well. So for those that are watching, February 21st, 2015, I'll be putting on my first Entrepreneur Empowerment Conference here in the city of Moreno Valley, California. That's Southern California. And I'm so excited about it because I'm going to be able to help you jumpstart your business, whether you are new or whether you need to revitalize your business or you're in it and there's some tools that you need. So make sure that you keep a watch out for that. More information and more details to come. Also, if you want to follow me, no, not if, you need to follow me. Need to follow me. I am on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Google+, YouTube, LinkedIn, all under Kama Speaks. So make sure you follow me. That's K-A-M-A Speaks. And if I'm pointing right, there we go, right in the background, you should be able to see my name, K-A-M-A Speaks. I'm also a motivational speaker. So if you need someone to come out and speak at your event, give me a call. I talk on various topics. So make sure you reach out to me. For those that are watching, if you are someone you know are interested in being a part of Kama Speaks, a part of the show, and you're out pursuing your passion, please inbox me at or email me at booking@kamaspeaks.com. That's booking@kamaspeaks.com. All right. Thank you so much, Vince, for being on. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad we were able to do this. It looks like everything went the way it's supposed to go. And those that are watching, don't forget about the Black Friday special. And guess what? You have no excuse. He said he can train you online. So if you're sitting here thinking like, oh, man, I want to, but he's so far away, he just took all the excuses away. So no excuses, just results. That's my tagline. So for those
change begins with you.
Yes, yes. Oh, let me get that on. Fitness major, change begins with you. I like that shirt. It begins with you. Yes, it begins with Kama. That's where it begins. Kama, you have to do it. So I'm hoping and praying in the next 3 months, by February 21st, I'll have myself where I want to be. And I started today, and I'm going to keep on going for real this time. All right, for those that are watching, remember, no matter what you do in life, always pursue your passion. Thanks for watching.